I hope you have your Derby fashion ready because the Kentucky Derby is going down this weekend. We know, of course, one of the big draws at Churchill Downs is the Kentucky Derby Museum. So let's take a look at it with reporter Kirsten Foote.
This is my retirement job. It's something I wanted to do for fun, and there is no other place that I could have as much fun as I have as working here, being a tour guide here at Churchill Downs, Kentucky Derby Museum.
The most exciting 2 minutes in sports only comes around once every 365 days. But at the Kentucky Derby Museum, those minutes and all the pomp and pageantry leading up to them are preserved and on display for its more than 250,000 guests visiting annually. Stan Bowling gives tours to some of those people.
Oftentimes I get to teach people about the Kentucky Derby, about people that have only ever heard of it, people from all over the world, people that have owned racehorses, people that have never even seen a horse in their life, and everywhere in between.
Bowling is one of 13 tour guides who help bring it all to life. He's been giving tours for 5 years, but is a lifelong Kentucky Derby fan. With roughly a dozen tours available throughout the year, there's something for everybody. If you're coming to the museum anytime soon, Bowling has a recommendation on the best tour to take.
My favorite tour, and the one I do most often, is called an ultimate tour, and that's basically all of our tours combined. We start on the front side, we get to go to the back side and watch the horses train in the morning, which is my personal favorite, is watching the horses train early in the morning with the sunrise. It's just incredible to see these beautiful animals on the track. And then we get to go around, ride through the barn areas, and then we get to come over here and show them around the front side where the celebrities get to sit on Derby Day.
Like any good tour guide, Bowling is going to make sure his guests walk away with more knowledge, asking questions they likely don't know the answer to.
So one of the things I like to joke, kind of kid around with my guests, I like to ask them how much do they think it costs to lease a stall on the backside of Churchill Downs. And I always like to say this is the world's most famous racetrack. So how much would you guess that this stall would cost? And they lease it out on a daily basis, a daily rate. And I've heard up to $200,000 a day is what I've had a guess. Guys, it's $7.50 per stall per day. And most people think it's just this astronomical cost, right? Because it's the world's most famous racetrack, but it's just $7.50. So that's kind of one of my fun little things that I ask the guests, and they're always wrong.
While you'll learn something new on one of his tours, you might also walk away with a new friend.
My goal every tour is to get my guests to want to come back and show up on Kentucky Derby Day a future year. That's my goal for every single tour. I've done that. I've stayed in touch with some of my guests over the years. They've come back and they said, hey, where should we sit on Derby Day?
Ushering guests out onto the track for the first time is something that never gets old.
When people walk out here who have never been here before and see this massive, beautiful track, everybody's just like, oh my gosh, just like I'm here.
And neither does the job itself.
Never gets old, ever, no. I'm just as happy and excited today as I was 5 years ago when I first started. This just is in my blood, and it's just wonderful to me. No, it's great.